All right, all right, all right. Welcome to Super Saturday. I'm glad you're here with me in the land of the living. I'm glad I'm going to go ahead and prophesy in advance with hopes and wishes and good vibes only that everybody is doing well, feeling well, and that everyone is healthy and growing and learning. Today is going to be a little different now that we're in the season. To keep everything short, today is only going to be 30 minutes, so you guys can get back to your life. We want to make sure that as we go, we want to keep our Super Saturdays interesting, but at the same time, we want to make sure we keep presenting as much helpful information as possible. So today, we're going to talk about one specific topic, and then if you guys have any questions, I'll answer those questions. But today, we're talking about Trump accounts. That's the only lesson we're going to have today. When I'm done with this, of course, I'll make a nice new formal lesson that I can add as a bonus lesson to our Tax Pro 360 course. But you guys should always get it first because you always show up to get the goods. So let's kick this thing off as soon as I can find what I did with the presentation because I got 50 million windows open. No, that's a cartoon I made for my grandson. That ain't the right thing. Let me close that up. I know y'all don't want to see no cartoons today. I love cartoons personally. Anime, Spider-Man, Marvel.
Tom and Jerry.
My wife loves Tom and Jerry too. She old school like that, but I love cartoons.
That's the best.
I mean, be honest, y'all. You got to think. You're making a movie or you're having a conversation, you're doing anything in real life. There's so many things that you just wish could happen, but you know it can't happen. Like, I wish I could show my excitement and show that I'm so excited that I just leap up off the ground and my feet just start going in the air like this, and then I take off. You can't do that in real life, but you can do that in cartoons. All right, this is still the cartoon I made for Aiden. This is not the right window. Oh man.
I've actually seen some people do that type of stuff, but drugs were involved.
You know what, Sean? I would imagine under some really crazy circumstances, maybe yes, like somebody was really scared, or a dog was trying to chase everybody, or the police was chasing everybody.
Got up out of there.
Yeah, bro, that's so crazy. That is so crazy. But I just love how, you know, animation gives everybody the opportunity to do a lot. Let me see. My screen is tripping. Let me stop sharing and share a different window. Tripping. And screen's tripping. Tripping. Tripping.
All right, now sing it.
All right, family. Let's go into the Trump accounts. We're going to discuss this briefly. I'm going to tell you guys why this is important, that you understand it, and then I will also help you to frame how you have these conversations with your customers, okay? All right, so first of all, how many of you guys have heard of the Trump accounts? Nobody heard of the Trump accounts? So I think that for me,
Yeah.
So you've heard of it. So we got one that's heard of it so far, but what I want to do is take it to where instead of just heard from it, I want you guys to have a little bit more intimate knowledge so you can either use this as a lead magnet to get information from people, to sign up clients, or get free consultations, to get email addresses, get phone numbers, just to get people talking and to share helpful information. The presentation that I'm going to do today is not necessarily ready for the public to see it. This is built for tax pros. It's built for us. I'll remake it and do another one that you guys can use to go share on your socials with the facts, so you can share value added information with your customers. Because regardless of whether you think this is a good program or not, and of course, the man behind it is a very controversial person, That's all I'm gonna say on this video, just in case the government listening to me. I ain't gonna talk no trash right now. I'm gonna talk some trash. You say it for me, baby. Say it.
That's a bitch boy. I'm sorry. He a bitch boy.
Okay, she said it.
I agree.
She said it for me. I'm gonna be honest
Say it
with you.
again.
If you watching this recording and you're watching this video after I finally figure out how the hell to stop losing my damn Saturday videos, if you just so happen to be watching this recording and you with them other people, you with the MAGA people that other side or whatever, we don't want you anyway. Okay, so I ain't worried about losing no customers and no money and no students. You can get gone because we don't want you. We don't want your money. We don't want nothing to do with you. Yeah, I said it. All right. So here's why this is helpful for us. We need to know about it because I guarantee you somebody's going to ask you about this soon. So I wanted to kind of get ahead of the game. And on top of that, if they don't ask about it, you can use this as an opportunity to either create a lead magnet or a reason to text message people, because you should still be text messaging people unless you made it through the full list in your phone. You should still be text messaging people because you can never stop your marketing activities. All right, now form 4547. Look at this number right here, 4547. Ain't that interesting? The form number is called 45, his first presidency, and 47. All right, babe, see you in a minute. 47, which is his second president number. This clown trying to put his name on everything. However, I still think by the end of this presentation, I'm going to ask each one of you guys for a thumbs up or a thumbs down on whether or not you think it would be a good idea to participate in this program. Okay. This is the comprehensive guide for tax pros to understand how these accounts work, because it's kind of like free money. Why this lesson matters. All right. Tax season is in full swing. The questions are already coming in. The clients are confused. Social media is spreading misinformation, and tax professionals are being asked to provide guidance on brand new federal program that nobody's even studied yet. The Trump account program represents one of the most significant changes to family tax filing in recent years. Understanding it thoroughly is not just hype, it's compliance and it's action. Okay. What is a Trump account? It's a federally recognized, government administered savings style account specifically designed for children. Okay. I'm going to read that again. A Trump account. That shit almost made me want to throw up just to say it. Like, damn, even if it's free money, I'm like, I don't even know if I even want it. Anyway, y'all need to be ready because there's going to be some people out there don't care what it's called. They going to want it. But a Trump account is a federally recognized, government administered savings style account specifically designed for children. It is not a bank product. It is not a tax credit. It is not an immediate cash benefit. Understanding what it is and what it isn't is fundamental. So early financial planning, we're encouraging families. Well, this is what Trump is trying to do. Encourage families to begin building wealth for their children early. Okay. Also, long-term infrastructure. It establishes a formal government-backed framework for asset accumulation. Also, tax return integration. This is the key. This is the reason I brought this up to you guys, because this is not required for us to do in tax preparation, but you can add this to the tax return while you're filing. You guys can actually add this to your tax returns. You can add form 4547 in our tax software. And I know you probably wonder, well, why would we do that? It's because I'm about to tell you. Let me explain. All right. The account is registered through the federal tax return filing process, making it a part of the annual compliance workflow for families. So doing it with the tax return, all that does is prevent people from having to mail it or find another way to prepare the return. All right, so here's a critical clarification. What it is not a refund. It is not a credit. It's not immediate cash, but it is money. But the money has to sit. Who qualifies? There's two categories that you can use to get this Trump account. Two distinct eligibility paths that are essential for you to understand. And mixing these two up can lead to big problems. Category number 1, children under 18. Drop 18 in the chat. If you're not driving, drop 18 in the chat. That's the first category. First category of who can get this account, you have to be under 18. You have to be under 18. Now, this category covers children who are already born, but they can still be registered for a Trump account if they have a valid Social Security number. The parent or guardian must create a tax return, and the account is initiated during the tax filing. Okay, so guess what that means? We all know people that have children that are under 18 years old. This could be a major game changer for all the regular tax pros out there who just doing 1040s and Schedule C's and entering the basics and typing in what they see. This could put you in a position where you can show that you have more capabilities because of your knowledge on these Trump accounts. If their children are under 18 years old, all you have to do is go to the search box in the top left-hand corner of the tax software, type in 4547. That form will pop up. You pick the child that you want to do it, and it will create an account for them. But it will not put money in it. Okay? Will not put money in it, but it will create a Trump account for them. Some say, this is just rumors, but some say because Trump's got 3 more years, he may end up doing something like that to put money in these accounts for these children, okay? Because he already put some money into the accounts for some of the children. So he may put some in for these. Not to mention, when you start doing stimulus, when you start talking about inflation, affordability, this is his response. Like it or not, his response is this. So if you want Trump to send out a $2,000 stimulus to every person, that's what I want him to do. And as much as I hate his guts, I'll show take it and spend it. I want that stimulus to come on out. I need it. One for me, one for T-Baby. Hopefully I'll get one for my little grandson. Nah, I don't claim him. So, well, at least one for me and T-Baby, I'll take it. However, when government officials decide they want to do stuff like this, they like to use stuff that's already set up. The Trump accounts are already set up. They can very easily say, look, we're going to just drop some money in the Trump accounts for people. So that way I'm going to reward the people who participated in my program with my name on it. And the people who didn't, you get nothing. Now, remember, category number 1, under 18, you can get the Trump account started. It's tax deferred until them kids can have that account forever and ever and ever. And it just grows and grows and grows. It's like setting your kids up with a 401k or IRA or something that's backed by the government where the money's safe and protected and blah, 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 right? But it teaches your children early. This is not the thing that's going to get people wanting to do it. I'll show you the one that's going to get people.
Are these accounts non-interest bearing, and are they investments that are backed by stocks or bonds or anything?
Yes, just like a baby bond account. They are interest bearing. They are growing at whatever the market rate is. So when you see them talking about the Fed rates, that will affect your Trump account. So a lot of people would say, well, the bond rates don't really work that well, and the Fed interest rates don't really give you a lot of growth anyway, because they're the lowest paying out thing in the world, but they're also the most stable in the world. So when you look at it, IRA, mutual funds, stocks and bonds, they pay a lot more growth, earnings, etc., interest, a bank CD, money market account. That's true, but they also go up and down. They're not guaranteed. They're not protected. The Trump accounts will be government backed and it will be protected. Now, category number two. This is the one that's going to get people interested. This will get people talking. So if I'll do a social media post, I'm going to have to start getting a little dirty so I can get more business, because I should be richer for everything I know and everything I do for people. So I'm going to start getting gangster with it. I'm just going to drop a social media post saying, let me show you how to get $1,000 free. Legit. This is real stuff, no lie. But it don't apply to everybody. It just gets people looking. Category number 2, if your child was born between 2025 and 2028, this second eligibility category targets a specific cohort of children born within a designated window, creating what amounts to a pilot generation for the Trump account program. This group is treated differently in terms of eligibility and mechanics through the filing process, but the filing process remains the same. You just go to add 4547, put their on there now, put their name on there. Now, this one says that they're automatically eligible based on their birth year. So you don't have to worry about meeting age requirements, because based on the year, they automatically qualify. All right. Now, this is the one that gets the cash. This one gets $1,000 in it for free. All right. So these two groups are not treated the same. So you can create the return and file it that way. But I also did a little research just to make sure that we already are prepared. What happens if somebody doesn't file it on a return? We've already filed a bunch of returns already, and we didn't put it on there. So what? You can still do Form 45, 47 and send it to the IRS. I'm going to show you that in a minute in the form instructions. Super easy. It's nothing to it. Even if the return is filed, if you know somebody that got children that was born between 2025 and 2028, this program don't even kick off until July 2026. So we're still ahead of the game. We're 6 months ahead of this program. I just want you guys to know about it now before the scuttlebutt starts running around social media. And then you start seeing a post like what I'm going to drop, because I'm going to drop the same thing them little get it girls is dropping, so I can compete with them. I'm going to compete with the devil a little bit for about 5 minutes. But when you start seeing people say, if you got a baby born between 2025 and 2028, let me show you how to get a free $1,000 for this baby. When you start seeing that, I need you to know that that's kind of partially real, but you have to do some stuff for it, okay? So the Form 45, 47, all that does is officially register the account. So if that account is set up in July when they do the funding, your kids will already be set up and ready to go, okay? Now, here's the most other thing else I personally believe is super important. So after doing some research, I'm like, well, it's great that Trump's giving out $1,000, but, you know, what's the point in having an account for the kids that are under 18, but they were not born between 25 and 28? Because parents can contribute to it. All right, parents and grandparents, everybody can contribute to it. Contributions happen after through a separate process. So what we're expecting is that there'll be some kind of tax benefit, that this money can be a tax deduction, because of course the government and Trump wants to tout their stuff as being greatness. The best way to do that is to put a limit on it and then let everybody contribute to it and get a tax deduction. That'll really get people dropping money in their grandbaby's Trump account. Too bad it's called that, because I would love to set something like this up for my grandson, but damn, with that name on it, I damn near want to just go get him a Charles Schwab account and set it up myself. But y'all need to be ready, because there's going to be a lot of people going to want this free $1,000. Because you know what $1,000 can turn into over 18 years? You know, that kid could end up with $4 or $5 grand in the bank. And when it's time to go to college and you realize they need a damn mini fridge and a microwave, you're going to be like, oh, Lord, I'm so glad the Trump account went in there and put that $1,000 in there, because I ain't put nothing into it. I ain't adding nothing to it. But the $1,000 that Donald Trump, the orange man, put in there, then turn into $5,000, and we finna get a mini fridge and a microwave for your dorm room, baby. Maybe
That's what we gonna name it, the orange account.
The orange account. You know what? I appreciate that, because I don't even want to say his name no more. Jesus Christ.
You ain't got to worry about putting a penny into that, because my grandson will not have it.
Look, I think we can set up our own situations, and at some point you got to stand for something. I'm normally not very political. I'm political in private with my family, but I normally don't get political in public and all that, because I got a business to run. At this point, these people on the other side so bad, I don't want their money. I don't care about how it looks. I'm not fooling with these folks. If my clients want this, I will set this up for them. But I'm really just going to be using this as marketing to increase my views, to get people looking, just to get folks looking. All right.
Well, I'm sorry. Him and all his people, they mamas should have swallowed. Sorry.
I love it. I love this. And besides, you're in a safe space. You're fine.
Look, y'all see what happened when my wife joined Super Saturday finally? She's a riot. She's been like that since the beginning. That's why we got married. She was just like one of y'all. She was just one of my students on the Super Saturday, and she was talking all that wacky stuff, and I was like, ooh, I like her. But anyway, let me
I ain't no get it girl, but I will get it if I got to.
That's my girl. That's my girl. So, in critical element that I want to clarify for you guys, you can add money to it. Yes, you can add money to it. Now, you can't do it yet, because none of this kicks off until July 2026, FYI, okay? July 2026 is when all this kicks off. All right, so future tax treatment. Let's take a look.
So for now, we can actually file the tax and basically build the account, but nothing is official until July, right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So we're way ahead of the game, and I'm grateful we got a chance to talk about this before this happens, because this summer it's going to be a lot of static about this thing. Not to mention the orange man might change his mind. You never know, y'all. You never know how this guy does. Yep, you'll never know. So, is this taxable income? Clients will often ask whether a Trump account, whether setting up a Trump account or contributing to it creates taxable income for them and the child. And the answer is clear and straightforward, but it's important to explain the differences. Your current year tax treatment, setting up a Trump account, has no effect on your taxes at this point. So it does not create an income or deduction or anything. The contributions are not considered income for your children, and it has no effect on your refund or balance due. That is the critical part to make sure clients understand. The contributions to your children's Trump account are not considered income, and it has no effect on your refund or balance due. Okay? But the future, just like everything with the orange one, is TBD, to be damn determined, because however his mental state is, that, in July, that's what we're going to get. Maybe he'll pause, him and the ICE people will pause from killing people and work on this thing so these kids can get some money. All right, common client misunderstandings. Is this extra refund money? No. I think we all know that. Do I get this money now? No. Is it a stimulus? No, it's not. But I'm framing this up just so you guys can be prepared and you'll be ready. But what we're going to do is I'm going to prepare a presentation just like this. I'll turn it into a video, a short video. And what I'll do is I'll try to leave some of the branding off of it, so that way you guys can use it for your businesses too, so we all can use it. Just as an explainer for what this is, what the customers need to do if they want to participate in it, and it'll explain the rules, but it'll come as a different perspective. I'll have it a lot shorter. It'll be a lot simpler, more pictures, less words, because we're dealing with clients, okay? All right, so why this matters for you guys. This is a professional positioning moment for you. You don't want to be the only tax pro that's not an understanding of what's happening. It can help you with client retention and your reputation. You can do a free consultation by explaining these things to people, running through the presentation or the video with people, having a short phone call, and afterwards saying, hey, thank you so much for taking the time to do a free consultation with me. I'm going to send you a Google review so you can tell me what you thought about it. Google pages. If you have not done your Google page, you are making a big mistake. You are holding yourself back from getting money, because these Google pages have our phone ringing all the time. We don't pay for ads. We're not doing any of that. I did pay for ads back in the days, but right now we're not paying for ads. Our Google page keeps our phone ringing, not all day, every day, but randomly every week. We're getting 2 to 3 phone calls from people who want services because they search Google tax preparer near me, bookkeeping near me, payroll near me. So the only one-on-ones I'm going to be doing here within the next little while, because tax season is going to have us busy. We take from May all the way to December to do one-on-ones for tax training, get you ready, show you what you need to know. But during the season, we're doing one-on-ones for tax return processing. Got tax questions. We're doing one-on-ones for Google pages. So the main thing I'm doing is setting up Google pages with folks if you need help with that, because I need that done. You got to have that done, because see, it's better for me if you have a Google page as well, so that way they can leave reviews for you on your pages. If you have a professional Facebook page or a business page, they can also leave the reviews there. If you rather do that instead of the Google page, you're more than welcome to, but you're going to be cutting yourself short, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so build trust through clarity. Incorrect answers damage your credibility. Proper handling protects your business. So guess what? You don't have to take my word for it. I'm going to give you guys the actual government language that you can use, so you don't have to worry about whether Dr. Geno gave you the right information or not. or if you're explaining it now, you can use the form and the instructions to explain it to your people. So let's consolidate everything. Let's wrap everything up in a bow that we talked about today. Trump accounts are created through the tax returns. Yes, they can be. But Trump accounts can also be created after the tax returns already gone by using the same form number, 4547. Drop 4547 in the chat for me if you're not driving. If you're not driving, drop 4547. This will help to register this in your brain housing group so you will remember what we discussed, because we discuss a lot. We teach and train a lot, but I need to make sure it stays with you. Thank you so much, Sean. Appreciate that. I knew you was going to be first. So form 4547 is required. There's no other way around it. You can't say, well, I don't like Trump, so can I use a different form? Can I just call in and get it? No, that's the only way. Now, funding happens after the filing. So after you're done with the tax return filing, later in July, Trump's going to be dropping the money in there for them kids that's born 2025 to 2028. All right. Now, how do parents put the money in the account? Parents will be using we were supposed to direct all parents to irs.gov. Do not direct a parent to the bank. The instructions say to direct the parents to irs.gov. All right. This is the future wealth infrastructure, not fast money. So look, pros will explain, research, learn, amateurs will guess, but you are the expert here. So your customers are going to be depending on you. This is an easy way for you to add more conversations and more knowledge to your value-added post. 10-second reminder on what value-added posts are. You don't want to always post buy my stuff, or do taxes with me. It's perfectly okay to do that, but you also want to make sure you're dropping value-added, free, valuable information, stuff that they need to know. All right? Now, let me get out of here so I can take you guys directly to the form, because I want you to get it directly from the horse's mouth. This is something you guys need to learn. Now, I'm not going to do a lesson on the publication 17 today. I'm going to wait until later in the season. But one thing I do, guys, want you guys to understand that even though we have the tax software, we have the training that I provided you, the IRS website is the Bible. And this form section and forms and instructions is where I get all this information from. So honestly, what I'm giving you guys it's is free information. I just package it and organize it for you. So you go to irs.gov, type in forms, and then type in 4547. It's just that easy. Let's see here. Form 4547. Let's see if it pops up. Current year. 4547. Let's see what happens. All right, there you go. Instructions for Form 4547, Spanish version. Now, Form 4547, this is the actual form itself, and that's the instructions for it. So let me go ahead and pull up the form. If I were you, when you're having a discussion with the people, no matter what you use on social media, I would show them the actual forms. All right? It's nothing but basic information, name, address, zip code. Then you got the child's information. Name, address, zip code, same thing. And then you sign it. Real simple. Even if you didn't do this with the tax return, boom, you're still good to go. You can still do it. Now, let's look at the instructions. This is where I get my information from. Every form that we use and everything we do with taxes has a set of instructions. And I just want to let you guys know this is where this stuff comes from. Purpose of the form. You don't have to take my word for it. It says it right there. $1,000 pilot program contribution from the U.S. Treasury to a child's Trump account if they are eligible for the contribution. Boom. So we may not like the name, but that's the facts. Who is an authorized individual? Growth period. Everything that you think you might want to have as a question will be answered right here. Contributions. During the growth period, there are generally 5 types of contributions that can be made to a Trump account. The $1,000 per child, and then qualified general contributions by political subdivisions in the United States, the District of Columbia, and Indian tribal reservations. Employer contributions that are not includable in your gross income. Guess what? This is finna change on your W-2. You see why it's important to come back to the forms. This is about to change the payroll world and your W-2. This says right here, employer contributions that are not includable in the gross income under section 128. You know what that means? You get paid $100,000 a year. You decide to put a little bit of money in your 401k. They don't tax you for that money that went in the 401k. If you put in $2,000 in your 401k, they only tax you on $98,000. This is about to be the same thing. Okay. Let me see. I got a question in here. No. Thank you for that question, Sean. The $500 credit for Google Ads is not required. I always skip that. I always completely ignore that crap, because if you pay some money, they'll give you free $500 to go with it, and it will help to get your Google page out there for people to see you. But you're too new for all of that anyway. If you want to invest in advertising, you can, because I will tell you, the only businesses that really grow are the ones that advertise. Whether you're doing it for free or you're doing paid advertising, you have to advertise. Me, I'll do all my advertising for free because I'm a social media monster. You can't even open your damn social media without seeing me crawling all up inside of it, because I'm all over that sucker. 3 times a day, 10 times a day. I got it scheduled to go out while I'm sleeping. There's probably going to be some posts dropping while we're on here now. And people are going to be wondering, how the hell you post on social media while you're doing a live video with us? I'll teach you how to do that when you're ready. But that's Go High Level. Go High Level is a way for me to do all that stuff without paying for ads. I just do it through volume. But I'll tell you, after doing accounting for all these major businesses, this is one thing that rings true for all small businesses. I saw businesses that had zero advertising and marketing, zero money spent, and they were here. The ones that spend $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a year, $5,000, they were always higher than the ones who didn't. So that just tells me, yes, if you don't have the cash, you got to use free stuff and try to grow yourself up. But at some point, you have to spend some money on your advertising somehow, some way, whether it's a system graphic ad or whatever. But at the very beginning, absolutely not. What I would do is have my friends and family leave Google reviews for me, Sean. Send it to all friends and family. Send it to me too. I'll leave you a Google review. That way you'll have some Google reviews before you even do any services. But I'll send it to friends and family to help get me some Google reviews so people start seeing it. And every time you have a client, you just let it grow organically as it goes. But either way, these instruction guides are super important. Think about this. You're going to have employer contributions coming out of your paycheck going to your kids' Trump accounts. Qualified rollover contributions. You can take money out of your IRA, 401ks, and drop it in there. Taxation of contributions. Here's super important. Let's look at this together. I'll let y'all go after this because I want this one to be short today. I'm already 8 minutes over time. Contributions to a tax account during the growth period are not includable in income by the account beneficiary. So what that means is it's not income for the child. Like I told you, that's the proof from the IRS, not just because Geno said. That's the proof that it's not taxable income to those children. That's the main goal, is we're just trying to keep from taxing our children. We shouldn't be trying to get something for ourselves. The government don't owe you nothing for taking care of your kids. It don't matter whether it's Democrat or Republican. I ain't giving you shit because you put some money in the side for your kids. You better do your job and do what you're supposed to do. Either your kids will have it or they won't. Your kids will be well taken care of, or they'll be scrubs because you didn't do your job. All right. Now let's see what else it says about this. The pilot program contributions, which is that $1,000, it's just a one-time thing. All right. Do not create a basis in the Trump account. Okay. So what that means is it doesn't create a basis for ownership. That's all that means. Like when you have an S corporation or a C corporation or a partnership, your basis is what you put in. So even though the money is getting put in there, it's not considered to be a basis of ownership for the parent or the child. It's just a contribution. All right. Now, let's see here. Contribution from other sources during the growth period create a basis in a Trump account. So what that means is the ownership and the basis for the child's account, it will grow. It it will have basis if you make contributions afterwards. So let me explain basis real quick, because I know some of you guys probably looking at me like I got 3 eyes. Let me explain basis. If you have a real company, not these small little businesses that don't have a lot going on. If you have a real company where you got shares, contributions, distribution, stock, etc. If let's just say a business is owned by 5 people, their basis is what each one of the 5 put in. Maybe they all put in the same amount, maybe they didn't. But when you take money out, before you take anything else, you start taking away from your portion that you put in. That's your basis. Your basis goes down. But that also means you're not paying no taxes on it because it's a part of your basis. This is not money that your money earned. It's the money that I put in. It's the base, like a foundation. And all they're saying is here, the basis for these Trump accounts, any money that's put in there will be considered basis, which means you don't get taxed on the basis. You get taxed on the money that that basis earns. So imagine if you had like a little refrigerator or a safe, and I put some money in the safe. That's my basis. Now, when I open it up 10 years from now, if it grew and made more money for me, I'm only going to pay taxes on the money that it created, not the basis, which is the money I put in there. Okay. Hopefully that's a simple enough version for you guys to get it. But the basis is created afterwards. So I won't go too details because, like I said before, I want to keep this one short. But I am going to drop this form and these instructions into our school community so you guys can look at it, think about it, digest it a little bit. I will drop the presentation that I created in there. I will also drop these forms and instructions in there so you can kind of look at all of that. But it will probably be Monday before I create the presentation that's ready for customers to see. If you want to make your own, you can feel free to use AI or use your marketing programs to create your own little flyer about it. But I'm going to create some stuff that I think might be helpful so that all of us can use it in case you guys don't want to create stuff like that. But I'll make sure I have it ready early. You got to think, even if we have it done by Monday, this thing don't even kick off till July. We're all good to go. But you need to start thinking about how you're going to incorporate that into your conversation with your customers. When you're having people sign up, you're like, hey, tell me what year your kids were born again. Were any of your kids born 2025 to 2028? Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure if you'll be interested or not, but there is a program that's giving $1,000 free to children born between 2025 and 2028. If you want more information on it, I'll give it to you. I'll shoot this quick little video to you because I'm making everything through videos now. I'm gonna let the video explain it, so I ain't got to do all that talking. Okay. So thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I want you guys to remember that even if people have not joined our business, even if they have not paid for our program, they can still come and join Super Saturday. Super Saturday is an opportunity for people to see what we're doing and how valuable it is so they can determine whether or not they want to be a part of what we're doing anyway. So anytime you guys want to bring a guest, feel free to bring a guest. Latifa, what's happening?
Okay, 2 quick questions. The first one is I have a client who is going to pay out of pocket. And when I do the choosing, I choose e-file direct deposit, right?
Yes, ma'am. Perfect.
Okay. And the second question is, are you still going to remove those practice from our stuff?
Yes, ma'am. I definitely will. I started doing it and I moved out about 8 or 9 of them. And it's just so many of them, and there's just taking a long time. But that's a good thing. That means this is the first time in a long time, first time in years that we actually had people really doing the practice returns.
Okay.
That's what that makes me feel great about the program, that you guys have actually done that you guys have actually did the programs, the practice returns, because they really help. But yes, ma'am. Don't forget they pay you out of pocket. Don't forget $58.
The $58. Yeah. But I'll go and press the button and pay that myself.
Yeah, you do that yourself.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you don't forget to include that in your price, or it'll cause you to short yourself a little bit.
No, I got you.
Go ahead and tell them, sir, that's going to be $1,000. Thank you. The filing fee is $58, so it's going to make it $1,058. I take American Express, Discover, Visa. I take all that.
I just give them to them in the whole price. The whole, like if I say I'm doing $308, it's $308. 58 of it is for whatever. So
Well, good job getting the client, girly. Go.
yeah. I have him in
Congratulations.
there. He just waiting on his money because he not getting that much back. So he'd rather just pay out of pocket than to take it out his refund.
Absolutely. Good job, man. Y'all getting customers, y'all doing your thing, man. I really do appreciate the fact that you guys are this is really working. So I told you, I promise you guys 2 things for anybody who joined Tax Pro 360. Some of you guys didn't get the speech because you joined a little bit late. But I promise you, you stay with me for 2 years, not 1 season. You can't come in and done. I need you to see what it feels like to come in, learn everything, and then come back the second season with all that knowledge already, where you don't ask questions like where I paid at 58. You don't have to worry about where I click to add the form and this, that, and the third. You see how that builds. I guarantee you 2 things. I guarantee you learn some stuff you didn't know. Guarantee you'll make money. The thief is making money. Magdalene got a customer. Her customer getting on her nerves, but she got one. David got customers. Sean got customers. Everybody got customers. We're doing great, y'all. We're doing it. It's working. Yay. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Look, do me a big favor. If you need anything, text me either on WhatsApp or on the school app. The school app is the thing I check more than anything. That is your best way to get answers from me. If you need me, I really created those WhatsApp groups so that the group leaders can talk to your own people. And then I can still see and be involved. So if I need to answer, I can answer for people who are growing teams. But those teams are for you guys. The one that I got called Headquarters Team, that's just for me and the tax preparers that do tax returns for me. I saw a couple of you guys join the headquarters tax group. Like, no. I just don't want y'all to be mad with me when y'all see that I removed you from the headquarters thing. I got the main GBC community group where you do announcements and everybody sees it. And I got my tax group because I got 5 tax preparers that do taxes for me and Tori because we assign some of our work out. Some of you guys, if you do well, you will end up being a part of that group, but you got to earn it. You know, like I say, I need to see you put the work in. It's going to take a couple seasons for me to really know whether or not you're going to really be able to stick to it, whether or not you got what it takes to deal with the ups and the downs. Before I turn over my customer social security numbers and information, they're trusting me and pay me 6 figures a year to do this. But the people that make it through, some of you guys can be a part of that headquarters group where I'm assigning returns to you, whether you got clients or not. So I'll get this presentation done for you guys by Monday. And I see now I have to, let me make my homework list real quick. I'm going to type this in the comments. You guys can drop off if you want to. I'm just going to type in my homework list. So I need to deactivate practice returns. Number 1. I need to build 45, 47 presentation for client perspective, from their perspective. And then, is there anybody needs help with your Google page, or you guys all got that set up? Everybody good?
No, I still got need a little bit of help with that.
All right, so
kind of stuff.
You and I need to do a 101.
Yeah.
101. David, Google page.
Sorry, I came in a little late.
Anybody else need help with your Google page?
I mean, my Google page is fine. I mean, I've just been promoting in a lot of Facebook groups. I'm gonna try WhatsApp as well, like different chats or even Clubhouse. I might have to reopen my Clubhouse thing, but yeah, I'll just see because granted, it felt good to have that person at first, but I don't want to feel like I'm chasing, you know?
Right. Well, I'm glad you were being transparent, Maggie, and sharing that information with us, because I want everybody else to understand too. If it's okay, I'm gonna share some information about Maggie. Maggie got a customer. She didn't send him an invoice because he's paying out of pocket, and now he's ducking and dodging and don't want to pay. All right. So here's one thing that I had to put into my business at one point. I know this might be a little late, but stuff don't come up until it come up. I had to start instituting a $50 cancellation fee because a lot of times people will see what the results are you're going to give them and then decide they don't want to work with you after you've already done the work. So I had people start doing what I call a client engagement letter. Now, the client engagement letters can be really complicated. You guys are so new in the business, it ain't really necessary. But client engagement letter says, hey, here's what we're going to do for you. Here's what the price is. You sign off saying you agree before I even get started. You can use a regular form to do that. Those forms you got. So even though they're using a mobile app to send in their data, you can have a quick, easy form that tells people what the prices are going to be so that they can already be upfront. They're already aware of it. In addition to that, you put a little clause in that thing saying, type your name here to understand that you have a $50 cancellation fee if you decided not to go through with the service. And the reason I did that is because, you know what? I'm really good at taxes. It don't take me but an hour to do a tax return if I have everything I need. Most of the time I don't, and I got to get something from the customer the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day. So it might drag out, but it's about an hour worth of work. So $50 an hour is a lot less than what I would normally take. My hourly rate is $188 an hour, but it's better than a goose egg. So I get them to sign off now. Even if they sign off, a lot of times they still won't pay. So here's what I did to take it to the next level. When I know I'm dealing with somebody brand new that I ain't never worked with before, I'm using QuickBooks, Go High Level, all kind of stuff, guys. So I got tools that you guys may not have yet, but you can still create your own using forms. You can build an entire business. I told you I used my entire business on Google and Jotform at one point. You can create estimates and require deposits. So for example, when I'm working with somebody that I don't know, especially if it's a big bill and I want to make sure I get paid, I'll set up an invoice, but instead of doing an invoice, I do an estimate. And I use that estimate as my client engagement letter. Says, this is what we're going to do for you. This is how much it's going to cost. It's going to cost you $1,575 when you do your taxes. I need half up front, half when we're done. They have to click the accept button and pay half, or we ain't doing nothing. So sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. Sometimes I get burned too. I just got burned last year. It was only one. I only got burned by one customer last year. We did 1,000 tax returns. So I ain't worried about that. It's just a part of the game. I had this girl, jump on the phone with me, and she got 4 or 5 years worth of tax returns need to be done. So I did it. But guess what? It goes back to the video I dropped. The IRS is not a get money place. Hey, I need some money. Let me see. I ain't filed my taxes in 4 or 5 years. Let me go ahead and do that. Maybe I can get some money. Why would you think that? I don't understand that mindset. Tax return, filing taxes does not mean everybody get money every year. What it means is let's prepare it, calculate it, and see what the result is. I'll tell you whether you're getting a refund or not. You don't say, well, man, I need some money so I can go back to Africa. I'm going to file these missing tax returns. This is what the girl did. Got on the phone with me. I was smart enough this one time. Sometimes I'm not smart, but sometimes I'm smart. I did a deposit because she had so many years. I said, you need to pay $100 deposit up front at a minimum before I go and do multiple years on you like this, because you really sound unsure about whether you're going to file or not anyway. This girl found out she wasn't getting no big money because she owed. She got no dependents. She worked as a 1099 contractor. No taxes taken out, no credits, nothing. So she owes for 5 years straight. So she decides she's not going to do it, go back to Africa, and she's sending me WhatsApp messages from Africa saying, just cancel my service. I'm not doing them taxes. I'm in Africa now, so I ain't worried about it. I'm glad I at least got the damn $100 I got, because it covered some of what I had to pay to my employees to do the tax. I didn't do the tax return anyway. All I did was spend some time on a video call with her, which was my time. I did multiple video calls with this chick. Then I paid my workers, my team members, to do the tax return. Next thing you know, she in Africa talking about, I ain't going to do the taxes. I'm going to cancel. I'm like, okay. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of background. It happens to all of us. Just let it roll off your back like water.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely incorporating that from now on because
Hold on 1 second, Maggie. Hold on 1 second, Maggie. Sean, I don't know if you can do this or not, but if you can, Cuzzo, drop the link for your Google page so all of us can leave you a Google review right now, if it's working. Just in case, if it's working, we can all leave you a Google review.
I'll drop the link specifically requesting the review. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that little thing that says ask for a review.
Yeah.
If you know how to get to that, drop that in this thing so we can all leave you a review. We'll see if it's working. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's perfect. All right, so the first thing that pops up, it says I can leave a review. So that means you didn't just send me to the page, you sent me directly to the review site. That's exactly what I do every time I'm done with a service. Hey, how did we do? Leave us a Google review. You can also send this to your friends and family, have them go ahead and start loading this up. I'm going to have AI write a Google review for my cousin. All right. Let me go ahead and share the screen real quick so y'all can see this. Some of you guys will probably be clicking on the link so you can do it, but it's super easy. Matter of fact, I'm not going to share the screen. Y'all don't need that. Y'all know what it looked like. All y'all got to do is, based on what you know about Sean and based on what you see, how the questions that he asked and the contributions that he has made to our group, write down what you think about him. Just be honest. You know, I think it's very easy to see that Sean is professional, even though he's down and real. Y'all know Sean is down and real, but at the same time, it don't change the fact that he's a professional brother. He asks great questions. He makes great contributions to our program. He's a good tax pro, good trustworthy tax pro. So let me write something myself and see. Stokes Unlimited is the go-to spot for tax prep. Fast taxes filed fast with easy options for me. Sean offered me the opportunity. Let me drag this over here. I'm typing, looking to the left like a horse. Option of using the Taxes to Go tax mobile app and the option to do video call to discuss my tax return and results. Highly recommended. Now, I'm not going to add a picture right now. I'll go back and add a picture later. But when you add pictures to the Google reviews, they're worth more. They're worth more in value to the Google algorithm. Hosted. Sean just got his first review. Boom. So you guys can do the same thing. Natifa, you drop yours?
I sure did.
That's what I'm talking about. Click on Sean's again so I can copy what I wrote for him and just change the name real quick. But look, y'all, I'm telling you, it takes time, but I'm telling you guys, this is how you get your phone ringing. This is how you get your phone ringing without paying for ads and stuff. So let me go back over here, open this back up. I'm going to drop you one too, Natifa. Now, Google is smart now, so we can't be too crazy with this. I can't just leave it exactly the same as what I wrote for Sean because Google ain't stupid, okay? They got computers and Gemini and all that stuff too.
So what you can do is put that same review in ChatGPT and get it
I
to
just
reword
did a
or refine it.
ChatGPT for you, Sean.
All right, thank you.
And posted it.
Yes. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and go to, I'm not in my ChatGPT window, so I'm going to use Gemini instead. Gemini does the same thing. I'm going to use Gemini this time. And I'm going to rewrite Sean's. I'm going to have him write something for Natifa. Rewrite review for Natifa. All right, let me see. What your business is called? Natifa Jefferson Professional.
Professional tax and I think notary because I'm a notary of Texas. Mobile notary.
That's what I'm talking about. We about to do that too. Me and Tori are going to do that.
Oh, yes, do it.
I did the course in Georgia and then never turned the dang paperwork in.
I've been commissioned for, this is my 4th commission in Texas. Louisiana is the hardest. You got to be almost a lawyer for Louisiana.
Damn.
Yeah, they do civil notary. They're the only state that does civil notary. So you have to actually go to a class and it's like 800 and some questions that you have to answer. You almost have to be a lawyer for real.
You know, it's a real good idea. I think we're trying to do it out here in Cali.
Oh yeah, go ahead and get that notary because you
It's
could
cheap
do.
too.
It is very cheap. You could do loan signing. You could do regular notary. You could pay for your mobile services. Like if you go to somebody, you could charge a travel fee. You could find out what Texas law is per document, per signature. You could charge that fee. Some states are more than others, but it's good to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It also, if you add that service to your Google page, it gives people more reasons to look at you. Part of the reason why we're adding it to ours is because it just makes more people walk in the door. And they walk in the door to get a notary, then they see that you do taxes.
Mm-hmm.
They can call back for that. My wife just asked me to add the stuff back that we had in our Georgia office. Our Georgia office was popping. It was busy as hell, y'all. It was right beside a post office. So anything you can get done, I mean, when I say right beside the post office, I mean I could reach out and touch the building for the post office.
Mm-hmm.
So anything you couldn't get done at the post office, you can get done here. Post office stopped giving out tax forms, so they would come to my office. People would ask for tax forms for me to print it out so they can do their own taxes at home. Old-fashioned folks. No problem. Here's a 1040. Good luck with that crap. You know, they'll come back when they need something else, spend $1 or $2. They refer to children, stuff like that. So we had this business that we call copy, fax, print, scan. And because we have physical offices, we would do that too. You got to think, I got business phone services. I got faxes and all that. If somebody needs a fax sent, we can send the fax form, no problem, digitally, electronically with an e-fax and get the confirmations back and email it to them. Y'all can do that from your businesses now. We're going to put a whole nother course together that shows you guys free services that you can add to your tax business and your Google page. But for right now, I can tell you for sure, notary is definitely one. And fax services, if you have an e-fax, you could use that. But I'm about to get another sign made for my yard out here in the front of the business that says copy, fax, print, scan. Because sometimes people just need a couple copies. They run in here, they're trying to get some paperwork for the lawyer, for the child support, for the such and such. Next thing you know, they remember us and they come back. So anybody else, guys, that has Google pages, David, I'm gonna do a one-on-one with you to get yours going. And once that's done, then next Super Saturday, we're gonna drop it so we can all write for each other. All right. I'm gonna drop mine so y'all can drop for me too. Y'all already did some reviews for the course that went to my Facebook page, because that's the thing I'm trying to really grow, trying to grow that. But Google reviews are more powerful. I just created a new Google page for the software business. Let me see Tax Pros. Let me drop this before I let y'all go because I want some too. This is actually for the actual software. Because software companies usually don't have Google pages because they do everything on online. But I want to be able to have better proof, more than just Facebook and Instagram, to tell people that you should get this software from me. I'll drop mine in school so you guys can do it later, so I don't have to keep you. But thank you guys so much for your time today. I know we went over our time. I apologize for that. Next week I'll try to work hard at getting it better. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Aiden wanted to tell everybody hello.
What you doing?
Tell everybody hello, Aiden.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm about
He beat you on the seatbelt. We'll see you soon.
All right, bye, buddy.
Yeah,
Wow, that's my boy. That's my blood right there. That's my blood. That's my little man, a little 8-year-old prince. Yep. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. David, if you want to do that one-on-one for your Google page, it's probably best that we do it now if you're available so we can go ahead and knock it out because I got some sausages to make.
Bye, you
That sounds
guys.
delicious. Yeah, I could probably I gotta do it from my phone. But yeah, I can do it. Yeah. Knock it out.
No, are you if it's not a good time, we'll do it later because trust me, I'm busy as all get out. We can just let me know. You can jump off of here and let me know so we can set up a different meeting so it's not adding to this one, making it longer. So I'll holler back at you after. Just shoot me a text and tell me what time you're going to be ready to do it so I can send you a link. But I do have a 5:00 p.m. class that I'm teaching today, so it can't be 5:00 my time. I'm teaching a corporate tax course today on S Corp, C Corps, and partnerships. So long as it's not 5 p.m. my time, I'm good to go.
All right, cool. Perfect.
Later, bro. Y'all be easy. Love, peace, and blessings.
Happy Saturday.